care about these humans. That's my problem with Transformers.
Speaking
I don't care
of,
about these humans.
Well, you don't like Shia?
speaking of Muto,
He lost me second movie. Oh, I didn't want to take my big 25-foot tall Transformer that turns into a Camaro to college. Who says that? No one
real?
says that.
for real?
Oh, y'all don't allow cars? Oh, well, I'm not going to this college.
I'm not going to let you sit here and disrespect the Doohickeys.
No.
Isn't that their last name?
Oh, the Witwickies?
No,
Witwicky.
Yeah.
I don't know what his parents- It's when all of a sudden he does not want a Camaro that transforms into a giant robot. Nobody says that.
Man, it's
Yeah, I would have
like
been like,
it's like kids. They
Yeah,
want to
you
make their
better
own
go.
fame. They don't want their dad's fame. That's like, you know,
No,
they'll go out and make it on their own.
He's a Camaro that turns into a giant robot.
and you know what?
Fuck the college.
And even
I'm going to community college. I don't care.
and even if Bumblebee doesn't transform, the fact that he has a Camaro and he's in college, you know how cool it is when people have their own ride.
Freshmen can't have. That's just stupid. No one says that. And then, like, third movie, then he's like, "Oh, when I want Bumblebee back," I was like, "Well, fuck you." You turned him away. I
Yeah,
hate
'cause-
Shia.
Because when you think about it,
I'm
college
sure
is
John
almost
Cena will treat him better.
because in college, it's almost like high school all over again. You know, when you see, people see you got a car, like, oh, we got a car.
Also, they can't have the cars on campus. Okay, fine.
That's-
Have Bumblebee go do something while you're in school. What, somebody gonna do steal him?
Right?
Just that whole. Yes, I don't want my giant robot anymore. Fuck you. Hey guys, we are back for another episode of Alternate Heads. We're happy to have Sean over there back, and we brought a friend of ours along. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Bobby Ruth. Bobby's a cosplayer from around here, also who I noticed collects toys. I'm like, hey man, you want to come be on this toy show that we do? So we're thankful to have Bobby this week. Sean, what's up, man? Where you been, bro? Where you been? Been trying to do this thing. I can't do it without you.
You know, there's been
Stuff going on.
a Marvel Legends
Oh God.
drought lately.
Follow Sean on Reddit for all the drama.
It has been.
All
look,
the dramas.
look. I wasn't gonna do this off top, but since you
Oh,
brought it
pull
up,
it out of him.
since you brought it up, since the beginning of the year, every weekend there's been an exclusive at Walgreens, a wave to hunt. There's been so much, and then ever since that the Deadpool wave came out, it's been nothing. People have been getting stuff in Canada, X-Men wave. They've been getting a Silver Surfer in Mexico, and then I keep thinking, hey, next week it's gonna be here. But apparently it's just been over there for months.
You're just hating on other countries here now.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, I'm just saying.
What's your problem? You got a problem with Canada?
Other respectable
Trump,
industries.
You got a problem with Canada?
I'm saying
You're like-
other
you're like
respectable
NAFTA
industries
up in here.
have global
Political
releases.
stuff.
I don't know about this, whatever's going on. Look, maybe they released their product too quick, and I've heard the Toys R Us
kind
stuff
of
is
changing the game
affecting
now,
how they're
yeah.
releasing product.
Oh, man.
But I was just. It was upsetting
I'm
me.
going to find sad violin music. When
I
edit this
know.
show.
There's not enough to
I
buy.
am going to put sad violin music underneath that rant. I hope you understand this now. Just
I took all my Marvel
white people
Legends
problems, right?
off my shelves and I put them in a bag. And I was like, look, put all my MOTU figures up. And I was like, look, when the Marvel Legends gets their stuff together and they actually start releasing new figures, I'll bring them back.
You got a problem. You got a problem.
But
You
I
never
know-
know. I don't mean to interrupt, but you never know. They could be,
Interrupt
saving
him.
They could be, saving up for a big surprise. You never know. They could be working on something, under the radar, and then when it comes out, it could just be like a big explosion. Everybody's probably going to want to buy them. So you never know.
I think we are. I think with Toys R Us, like that's just changed everything now. So we have no idea when stuff's getting released. Yes, I want my X-Men wave too. But you know what? I'm kind of glad for a little bit of a break, considering I had some real life like car issues and stuff pop up all of a sudden, and buying things for my wife besides me. So.
It's weird having extra money that isn't going to Marvel Legends. They were just taking money straight out of our paycheck.
No. I
for
still
a few
got Marvel
months.
Legends to get, which we're probably going to do after the show. I got to go get the rest of the, not the rest of, but at least 2 more figures out of the.
That wave is so whack. I'm sorry.
What?
Oh!
What? I had sold you on this wave already. How's this?
Look,
not-
I
God.
like some of the figures, and I do.
You
but
like the Thor?
Ultimately,
Hold on. Wait.
look, I like the
I-
Thor.
I-
I like the Scarlet Witch. I like.
This is not a repeat episode, guys. Hold on. Do you like the Thor?
Look, I'm just
Do you
saying
like
the
the
build a
Thor?
figure is inaccurate and is unacceptable. Even the Funko Pop has a
Do
right.
you like do you like the Black Widow figure?
Yeah, it's good.
Do you like the Ant-Man and Wasp figure?
Yeah, those are good.
Okay, so 4 out of the 6.
It just has a bad taste, you know? I'm used to getting a nice Build-A-Figure that I can be very proud of, show off to people, and then they give us a Build-A-Figure that
Okay,
we have
so
to be
you're-
embarrassed about.
So you're willing to get 4 out of the 6 figures? Even the Black Knight. I sold you on the Black Knight. I don't know about.
I'm
that
not
Malekith
saying
figure.
those. I mean, those figures are all right. Like I'll buy them begrudgingly.
Oh, boy. Okay. I love when the show starts off like this. This is great. So
Already getting heated. Oh man.
no kidding. We're 5 minutes into the show and already Sean's like complaining that there's. Okay, so you want the. What other waves are you expecting? We're not getting that Venom wave, which that's part of the news today for a while.
Oh man.
What's your problem?
I can't
here,
wait
man?
to hear
Just
more about that one.
I mean, it's like
save up your money.
in the future.
Save your money for the Snake Mountain. That'll never happen.
You know, one of the.
Ooh.
You're funny. You got jokes today.
Uh-oh.
So, I don't know. For me, one of my favorite pastimes after work on the weekends is like, man, let me go to Target. Let me go to
We're gonna do a
Walmart.
little
Let me
bit,
look
yeah.
around. Let me find some stuff. But there's nothing to find. Like I'm like, I'll be like sitting down like, oh, I'm gonna go like toy hunting, and then I'm like, oh wait, there's nothing out there, and then that feeling
Okay.
But
too many times just makes me frustrated. I take all my figures down. I'm like, fine, you don't want to play, I won't play.
Wow.
But it also sucks when you get excited to go toy hunting, but then when you go to a store and they don't have anything just to look for because everything's either sold out or people already got it first, and I don't like that feeling. 'Cause then
yeah?
I'm like, oh, now I gotta go to another store and see what they got.
See, it's like that makes the high of actually finding it that much higher. So it's like you get beat down, you get beat down, you get beat down, and then finally
But then
there's that grail where you're like, yes.
So
I can relate to that, especially that's how it was when I was looking
do
for.
not side with him. You will never come back on this show.
I'm just saying, but for like when I was, toy hunting for the colossal T-Rex, I went to like multiple Walmarts.
That hunt for that is real.
Yes.
That hunt for that is real. I haven't been able to find that.
And then luckily when I found one, it was the last one there, so I was like, let me grab it before this kid decides she want a T-Rex. So
Yeah. That feeling is real too, where you're like, where you see it, and you're like, oh, nobody else sees this. Like,
let me grab it.
you take it. Yeah, I love that.
Same
I
thing
love
with the
that.
Mosasaurus too. Oh man.
So, well, okay. With hunting, since we've already gotten into that now, we got new acquisitions on the table over here. Let's go to the toy cam because this table looks pretty good today, and those look awesome. Bobby, you brought over some stuff that you like to collect.
Yes, X Plus Kaiju figures,
Wow.
Godzilla, man. I've been on that Godzilla rage for a while now.
Now you opened the Godzilla one here and pulled it out of the box. This massive box that was brought in.
Yeah.
That's impressive. A lot of sculpted detail on there. Just that's a great figure. Where'd you get that one from, by the way?
X Plus.
X Plus. Okay.
Yeah, it's a 92 Godzilla. It's a 30 centimeter, 12 inch. I'm trying to remember which movie this one came from. I think it might have been Godzilla versus Mothra, but I'm not 100% sure. It was from Yuji Sakai. They hand sculpted it, and the detail on it is just amazing. Then it also comes with the tail stand, because when they do specific poses, they gotta balance out the weight with
Well, the tail
tail.
is as tall as the figure, so
Yeah, the tail is
I mean,
extremely
even before you
long.
got it all connected over here, it was already like drooping down on one side. So
Yeah.
that's freaking killer, man. And the large Mechagodzilla, the detail on that one is just outstanding, man. I've never seen something that look that good. That makes, ooh.
Seeing, yeah, and that's
Don't
what.
bring over stuff I want to collect.
And seeing,
That's like him and Mezco figures. I'm like, don't ever bring a Mezco figure over here.
and at first, I wasn't even going to get this guy because I already have the standard version with him without the heavy armor. But then,
But then you saw it had heavy armor, and you were like, I got to get this.
yeah, then when I saw it, I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and get it. So, my friend, shout out to Ryan, by the way. Thank you for this figure. So,
They're going to be giving them a visit here after the show.
yeah, most likely. But yeah, when he sold it to me, he gave it to me for a pretty good deal. So I was like, I'll go ahead and take it. I just wish he had the box to go with it, but
You got to keep your boxes, huh?
yeah, he trashed the box. So I'm like, okay, I'll just keep the figure how it is, and then just find somewhere to put it later. And then now that I've assembled this one, I'm not even sure I want to put it back in the box.
You should.
Yeah.
Sean, what have you brought us this week here?
I just brought something symbolic because I put all my Marvel Legends figures away, with exception of Deadpool and a few Build-A-Figures. But I brought this MOTU Dragster. I think that's his name.
Does the wheel move on that one?
Does the what?
Does the wheel move?
It does not. It does not. It's sculpted on.
Whatever.
But the backpack comes off.
Okay.
The little thing. I don't know. It's a cool figure, and Walmart is actually is still and has been clearancing out all the Matty product.
So, yeah.
That's something to take a look at. I was able to do some
I've
Horde
yet to
Trooper building and
I've yet to see any Matty product at Walmart, so I don't know where you're seeing that.
online.
Oh, it's online.
Online. Matty's actually like a third-party seller.
Yeah, I know. But I know a couple of stores have gotten stuff. I had a huge few weeks while we were off. As you can see on the table, I got the Legacy Zeonizer. Had to find that underneath a shelf at Toys R Us, which I'm very happy that I was looking underneath. Because I may have hit something under there myself. But anyway, we'll get to that. Got 2 figures out of the Infinity War wave. Got my third-party RC over there. Fans Toys Rouge. Really like that figure and reviewed it on the channel. And I've been getting all the...
It looks good.
The solo figures. And I found Kira. And you got 2 more over there. I got Forlom and the Ray figure. And I have something coming. I have 2 things arriving today. Finishing off the Deadpool wave with the Paladin and that gray Deadpool, so I finally have a Sasquatch figure, and we're probably going to do some hunting after the show. But the other one that I have, because I couldn't fit that on the table, but I got the Gold Ranger staff. I love this thing. I have to redo my whole Legacy weapon wall to include all this stuff on there now. So
Oh man, that looks nice.
it's really nice. Although having it in hand, I kind of wonder, like, from a martial artist standpoint, the functionality of this weapon.
Oh yeah.
Kind of doesn't make any sense, but it's going to look great on the wall, so that's pretty much all I care about. But other than that, it was a good acquisitions week for me. You pulled off his nunchuck there. I like the metal
These
shank.
chain nunchucks, I mean, that's high quality. That's high quality.
They actually have like little sewer lid stands, but I couldn't fit them in the cabinet, so I just took them off. So
Oh yeah, those are cool.
the peg holes are actually very shallow on those. I do like those figures. Also, something else to review if you want to check out the review I did of those on the channel.
And they're durable, they're nice, and
Got great articulation.
yeah, right?
Oh yeah, they're great figures. So with that, we got our acquisitions out of the way. It's time for some news, and there has been quite a bit in the last 2 weeks. First off, Bandai Tamashii Nations Con. It does noise after you. Never mind. Bandai Tamashii Nations Con in Japan, which makes me just want to travel over to Japan for this show.
Oh man.
All I could think, I could hear my wallet screaming and committing seppuku in my pocket as I was looking at all the pictures of the Infinity War figures from there. I mean, they pretty much did everybody. The Falcon looks great. You got Cap. Pretty much, you got everybody.
There's one thing I don't like.
What was that?
That's the Thanos figure. They showed his arm going out like this, and you can see the glove doesn't end before the articulation starts. So the articulation is sculpted into the glove.
Okay. Figure arts, they don't really turn out bad products. So
Oh, I'm just saying.
although that Bucky head, holy crap!
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Oh, I will show y'all post show because I probably got it in there. He has a triangle head. I don't know what's up with that figure. That I looked at that head and I'm like, ooh, can we resculpt that? Please tell me that's a preliminary or whatever. Does not look good. But otherwise, I mean, like the Falcon figure with the posable wings, and I think we're getting like 2 or 3 incarnations of Iron Man with his modular armor. Boy, those are expensive.
It sounds expensive. Just
Imagine being an Iron Man fan and all the different variations
Oh
over
my god,
the years.
Tamashii Nations makes a lot of different Iron Man. They've even started making the little Hall of Armor sets that have like the little stand-in with lights and everything in there.
Oh yeah.
Those are dangerous. Ooh, I need a better job.
Oh boy. It's,
Makes you want to go to college, get a better job so you can buy better figures.
right?
How do I make $150,000 a year?
And spend it all on figures.
Yeah, exactly.
And then gotta buy a house to get room to put them in.
That would be part of it.
We
And
talked
they-
about that last show, right?
I think so.
Marvel Legends apartments where you can have the stands built into the walls or something like that.
Ooh, and I'm gonna
collector-friendly apartments.
and I'm about to get some custom made figures for my Godzilla figures. Ooh, especially when trying to fit in those gigantics.
I believe they showed like some of, because you said you collect some of the Monster Art stuff.
Yeah.
And I want to say they showed some. I know we saw some new Star Wars products for Bandai. Yeah,
Just gonna skip over that
what?
because they showed one of the most fan-demanded figures that's gonna be must-have for me.
Okay.
Star Wars figure arts.
Which one?
We're finally getting a proper
Oh,
Jar Jar Binks.
Oh.
Me's a happy. Me's a very happy.
I am going to throw something at you.
What? Dude, there's been a hole that's missing. They haven't made a Black Series figure of
It's a
him.
hole that does not need to be filled. Wait, this is getting really just. Anyway, whatever.
Oh, the
No.
hole needs to be filled.
No, stop that. We do not need. No one needs a Jar Jar Binks figure. Are you going to buy the Jar Jar Binks? No.
Use it so wrong.
You brought this up when I went over to your house the other day, and I was just like, why?
Dude.
No one cares. Bobby, don't you side with him.
I mean, I haven't seen a good, Jar Jar Binks in a while.
Oh God,
In 6-inch too.
I hate you all.
Oh, I'm gonna pre-order it. I'm
So
gonna
I
get
had
it.
showed some Jawas. The Jawas are cool. Some of the clone troopers.
Only
Yoda.
disappointment that
God.
they didn't show no General Grievous. Everybody's too scared to make a General Grievous, except for Disney. They made that metal one.
And that's sad because I'm pretty sure Tamashii Nations could turn out a really good General.
I'm
Grievous.
sure.
Yeah.
With what they do with posability and joints and everything.
That's right up their alley, actually.
It seems like this will be something of their specialty.
And that Jabba
Interchangeable
looks.
arms for the the 4 arms that he does.
Yeah. No, it'd be awesome. It'd be so awesome.
I mean, it's probably something that's not off their radar. It's
I'm
just
sure
we haven't gotten it
eventually
yet.
it's just.
Instead, they're wasting time making Jar Jar Binks figures. Brought it right back around. See that? Anyway,
Dude, only the one I was disappointed with, the Star Wars, is that Jabba.
the Jabba looks weird with that segmented tail.
Yeah, like who needs the
I
tail to move? Like
Don't like. I mean, it's like a
every
joint
inch.
every friggin' not even inch. It's like how
It's
many?
like-
I want to say like at least like it looked like 10 or 11 joints for the
really
tail.
weird.
I don't need.
What
that.
would have been better option, I think, is just different tails that you can switch out.
Maybe.
That way, maybe,
It looks
maybe
really
in person it'll look better, but
I know the one that a lot of people were freaking out about was the Harry Potter figures. All three, you get Hermione, Harry, and Ron, and they look really good. I mean, I'm not going to collect those at all, but I admire them from afar. And I think a lot of
Yeah.
people who like that series, who are not, what's what I'm looking for, who are not like total action figure collectors, will probably pick those up. We're going to pull in a lot of the casuals on that one. So I'm kind of glad that they're
Yeah.
delivering not even a niche series. I can't say niche, it's Harry Potter.
Yeah.
You know, J.K. Rowling's just, swimming in money every morning. So it's not a niche series, but just some super articulated figures with a lot of accessories, I think is going to bring in a lot of those fans and put more money into Bandai's coffers to buy us more
it'll make for
figures.
some interesting
Yeah.
photos. That's what I'm excited about. Is people mixing the Harry Potter figures with existing
Harry
figures.
Potter
and
and Captain America team up. There you go.
I would love to see.
Doctor Strange and Harry Potter figures.
That will be a good little.
That's
team
cool.
Up.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
stuff, and like I think what I want to see is the Harry Potter figure arts interacting with those like classic painting figure arts, where it's like the Scream
Oh yeah.
one, and like I don't know, like they're in a museum bringing the paintings to life or something. That would be cool.
I think there's a lot of possibility for just like lots of great pictures, which we'll get to and turn notifications on with our favorite stuff. But just the amount of product that they showed at their own convention, which I didn't even know they had their own convention. I must have missed this somewhere.
Oh, I'm
Bandai
just
Tamashii
now
Nation
surprised you
style.
said that too. I'm thinking that they just had like their own little booth at a convention, but their own. I didn't even know that.
Considering how much product they showed, they do need their own convention. Oh God, I just found the Jar Jar picture again. Ugh. We're getting an Ewok. I'd rather have the Ewok, Wicked T War. But guys, I hope your pocketbooks and a Boba Fett. The Boba Fett looks really sweet
Oh, that looks sweet.
because Boba Fett figures sell. Oh, I found the Jabba figure. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points of articulation in the tail.
Man,
Wow. To us.
Sure.
You don't need that. But the Civil War, not Civil War, the Infinity War figures, I won't be collecting them, but damn, they look good. Especially the Captain, the faces on them. Look
I want
so
the
good.
Thanos.
I can understand that. I can understand. The Thanos figure looks good. But hey,
Pose them against like fighting Beerus and all the other my Dragon Ball Z.
well, that leads right into
Figures.
the other thing that I have for the news this week. We got information on the final Marvel 10 Years pack. And guess what figure was in there that you were upset over?
Thanos?
We're getting a new Thanos figure.
So I'm not excited. So that pack, it's like
I'm not buying the Iron Man now.
I don't want that Iron Man again.
I'm glad I didn't buy that Iron Man yet.
It's like I don't want.
I get a light up Iron Man now.
Okay, we get a
Uh-oh.
Doctor Strange time effect and a better head sculpt, and then the Thanos better head sculpt. I mean, it's just like
You mad? Bro?
that was the moment that I think that night I took all my Marvel Legends down.
Oh.
After I saw that, I was just like,
oh,
okay. I mean, like, I understand it. Just like, dude, I had a Lando moment. Like, I don't agree. I don't like it, but I accept it. Remember, you saw Solo?
Yeah, I saw it.
Remember when they were like, we take a 5% off your cut to take the
Spoilers. Uh-huh.
spoiler.
spoilers. So, remember that scene though?
I do. But
Where he
still,
says that?
I do.
Well,
I
you're
know
acting
exactly
like you don't
you're
know what I'm talking about.
Huh? I know what you're talking
That
about.
line?
I'm still just
It's the best line from the movie.
Your Marvel Legends hate this week. It's you're like a spurned lover. I get it, man. I think that pack looks good.
Does look good.
I'm glad I didn't buy that Iron Man because now I get one that lights up. And
I just know they're going to charge me $90 or...
how much is that pack?
You think it's going to be... Well,
60. Should be
it's
60.
not going to be 60.
Boy.
Because you look at all the... Even the Captain America Crossbones 2-pack, that's not 60. They're charging a premium for these 10 years of Marvel. Like a $5, $10 extra premium.
Might have to wait
Plus,
for
that's a
Ross.
larger
Uh-oh.
Thanos figure.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so getting into more of the Marvel Legends stuff, because then you were excited. He's going up. He's going down. We saw the rest of the Venom wave.
We did.
Typhoid Mary. I know. I remember it was announced,
Yeah.
and she has not gotten the Marvel Legends treatment even in the old Toy Biz line. She never got a figure.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy that we're finally getting, and we get to see the Build-A-Figure, which was the Monster Venom, more from the Dark Avengers series, and I like it.
So that Venom
Mm-hmm.
upsets me. Because here's the
Well-
thing. No, because, and this is, okay. So yes, Dark Avengers, it looks like Matt Gargan Venom from the neck down. But the head does not have the Matt Gargan eyes. So it's like, where are you drawing your reference from? What, is this a generic Venom that you made up? What's going on? Because it does look like that. And then also, I'm like, how big is this gonna be? Is it gonna look real stubby and short, and bulky?
For the
I don't
benefit
know.
of everyone listening to this,
I had some
on
concerns.
on the podcast version and not the video version, I am looking dead at the camera as he says this stuff. Just Ferris Bueller looking right at the camera.
But I'm gonna get it anyway
There we go. Thank you.
because all the other figures in the wave are
Look
awesome.
really good.
Like I need that white guy. I haven't read that story.
How racist of you? Just that white guy? What the hell?
The white Venom. The white Venom. You know what's his name?
Was it Anti-Venom?
I thought it was
That
Eddie
one?
Brock.
It's not anti-venom.
Or
It's
is that
not Eddie
White
Brock.
Venom?
Cletus
No.
Kasady?
Talking about white Venom. You know what I'm saying? This one.
The one with the little symbiote thing in the middle of his
Yeah,
chest?
he's like the
I
bad
don't
guy
know who
from.
that is.
He's the bad guy from Venomverse,
I-
which is the comic that's been going on for the last year.
I must have missed that one then. Okay.
I don't know his name.
Oh yeah, that's why I was saying I thought it was Anti-Venom because I know Anti-Venom was white.
And they did make one of those, so...
Yeah.
And I thought that one was acceptable.
Yeah, that's good.
I didn't know they had a Matt Gargan version of Venom.
Oh, yeah, the Dark Avenger series.
Oh, okay.
I think we kind of got something like him with the previous Marvel Legends.
'Cause
We
Didn't
did. We got a scorpion Venom. Well, yeah, because it had the scorpion tail.
Right.
Oh, that's why. See, I remember Matt Gargan as being Scorpion. That's why I was like, Matt Gargan is Venom. What?
Yeah, I have that one somewhere, so...
Yeah.
And it had the moving tongue thing, too. Like, they had the button on the back to move the tongue, like, a little bit. It was a totally useless action feature. But, good figure, though. I thought it filled in that line. So, I mean, I want to see what the size comparison is on that monster Venom. I want it to be bigger.
Yeah.
Like,
If it's big, honestly, I was hoping for Venom Madness. Like with
Oh,
all the
yeah.
heads and
Oh yeah.
I think you had said that on a previous show. You
Yeah.
were hoping it was going to be that one.
if they're gonna make this Matt Gargan one, fix the eyes. Because that would be awesome to go with the Dark Avengers or whatever. But
You might be having to get a custom head on that one, buddy. What have you got for news this week? Because you haven't said any of your topics, by the way.
okay, so
Because
we
this
met-
is always a surprise for me.
I want to see what this is too.
so they announced the last date, one of the last dates for the Dragon Ball Z tour.
That's a
Yes.
Dragon Ball Z tour.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? This Dragon Ball Z tour,
Is that the Kamehameha?
Dragon Ball Z Con tour or whatever.
Okay.
Oh, we talking about Kamea-Con?
No. It's Dragon Ball Z just tour.
I have to look into this.
There's
Okay, but
5
Oh.
or 6,
I'm thinking of Kamea-Con.
and there's Fig Arts exclusive items at these Fig Arts. There's only like 6 places they're going.
Oh.
And if you go to the thing, they've got like Dragon Balls on the map, and they announced Dallas as one of the things. But they're re-releasing the Fig Arts Broly, with a different paint job. Oh yeah, and then they're releasing.
I've been trying to get. I'm sorry. I didn't mean
Oh,
to
I know
interrupt.
it's expensive. It's like $300.
Oh,
I didn't mean to interrupt, but
No.
I've been trying to get a Broly figure out for a while now, and then like even
I've got a few Dragon Ball figure arts figures, and it's like we were talking before the show. Figures you pass up, and I passed up him, and I
Yeah.
passed up Krillin.
and then
Nice.
Dallas
Yeah.
Vintage. Like every time when they do get a Broly, it's always during the time when I'm broke, when I'm waiting on my next paycheck. So I'm like, so I always miss
Oh
it.
yeah,
So
that's
okay,
common.
so ooh,
And then they're gonna
Broly.
do another. There's a Cell,
Which
Oh, really?
version is
the
this
repaint
one?
of Cell, and there's another repaint figure.
I think
forget.
they've re-released him before. as
Isn't this
well.
like a third?
They
repaint?
did, yeah. This is the third one, but it's some. I mean,
It's
I need that
because
figure.
we're still going to buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
I bought
you.
the second one with the Kamea Blast. I had to get
Oh,
that
nice.
one.
Yeah. No, I need him. So.
I still have to get the Kid Goku figure. I really want that one with the Nimbus.
That looks great.
I really have to get that one.
Dude, I was upset with the roll. Did you hear everybody who ordered Goku Black on Amazon got their orders canceled?
Speaking of Goku Black, I was lucky
And
to
now
get
it's
one.
so expensive. You got it?
I got one at Kamea-Con. They had like
Nice.
they had like a top rack full of them.
Didn't they have? Wasn't Tamashi Nations there, or I forget. One of my favorite retailers, Toy Dojo, was there, and I think they had some.
That's where I bought it from. When you
Oh,
saw me in
that's
the
right.
bag,
Because I said you got that Toy Dojo bag.
Yeah,
that's,
that's
right.
where I got it from.
Dude, and you should look. Can of Beams, who we've talked about on the show before.
Oh,
He's
I
making
saw
the
that.
scythe.
Made the
Yeah,
scythe.
I
Oh,
saw
that
it.
looks sick.
Yeah,
Sick.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to get
they're
it. I'm gonna have to get
bonding
it.
over
Looks
there.
sick.
I do want to
Yeah.
get a couple. I do want to get the beam effects.
Oh.
For my Cyclops.
I missed that.
Are they gone
I
already?
think it missed. Yeah. It was
No.
real
You
quick.
seen the beam effects for the Godzillas?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I need to get one for my Destroyer.
I think that is a necessary accessory. just because it looks so cool. So, are they did announce anything else for this Bandai tour? Like, what else is getting remade? Is it just Broly?
Those
'Cause
are the
that's
three
enough.
exclusive.
Ooh.
Well, look it up.
When are they coming through Dallas? Is the real question.
I don't know the
Yeah.
date. I don't know the
I need
date.
to find out too.
I think it's.
No, I'm mad at you now. You're supposed to like have all the information. You can't just tell us there's a Dragon Ball con with exclusive figures.
I'm gonna have
and
to find this one out too.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, I think they're coming out with a Majin Buu. I think sometime this fall.
Yeah, it's the fat one, right?
Yeah, I'm getting that one too.
all I see is Kamea-con.
Dragon Ball Z Tour Dallas.
Dragon Ball event. I don't know. We'll have to.
Just Dragon Ball Z Tour.
Dragon Ball Z tour.
Yeah.
We'll try that.
Well,
Dragon Ball
since
Z
we're on
tour.
the subject of Dragon Ball
Yeah, go ahead,
Z, for all my DBZ Fighters fans out there, Vegito Blue and Fuse Zamasu are finally officially DLC, so you can get those now.
I saw those the other day. Yeah.
Oh, I found it. It's db-tour.com. And they have updated locations. And yeah, Dallas, October 2018. That should be kind of a low period in conventions around here. Should have some money saved up.
See, I'm gonna buy a pink hoodie and I can go as Boo.
Hopefully, I'm
Fat
done with my
Boo.
X Plus collection by that time.
Wait, no, it's going to be in conjunction with Dallas Fan Days at the Irving Convention Center.
Oh, that's not bad.
So it'll be part of. Oh, and he scrunches up his face because he's not a big fan of that convention.
Oh, you don't like fan days?
And they just like
They should have a larger presence there. I hate that venue for larger cons. Smaller cons is okay.
they charge a lot.
Oh,
And that
they
upsets
will
me
be
that
touring
they-
through there. So there's your
Well, there you
your
go.
answer for that one.
I'm gonna go.
that was actually my first
Now.
convention, fan days.
Yeah, no, it's just they changed a lot over the years, I think. But...
So what else have you got for news this week?
All right, big news, big news, big news. That is now small news. So, NECA has been releasing these beautiful 18-inch
Ooh.
turtles for a while now.
Yes.
And they announced that they're going to be making 7-inch versions of these huge original Ninja Turtle movie figures, and they're going to be releasing the 7-inch versions in a $125 box set. That's going to be 5,000 of them sold
Damn.
online, and then there's also going to be 2,000 of that same set that also comes with a building diorama where you can put the figures in
That's
the
cool.
windows behind the thing, and it's like 2 stories, and then there's like a night backdrop.
And how much is that one?
That is, those are going to be at $250, I think. It's like an extra $125, and they're going to sell that at a later date with some of the paint that's not turtle specific. Like there's like Foot Clan symbols painted on the brick walls and stuff. So it's
Oh,
like,
that's cool.
yeah. I mean,
I
I might have to snatch that one up too.
I mean, the large scale ones looked great.
I just don't have the space to
Yeah.
display.
Oh yeah, you got to dedicate some space to this one.
yeah,
But the 7-inch scale ones,
yeah, I will probably be
And they
getting that.
come with sculpted bandanas. They've got 2 sets for each turtle. So they have a bandana that's like just going straight down, and then they have one that's like flowing,
Like a
so
dynamic.
like
in
a
the
fight.
wind. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
and with a diorama too. That's
Yeah. Now, what they need to do, what we already talked about it earlier, they need to come out with Toka, Razor, and Super Shredder. I feel like those 3 characters, they don't get the shine that they need. Especially like in the movie, you know, when Super Shredder first came on the scene, he was only in there for like, what, 2 minutes, and then they
yeah, if that,
killed
yeah.
them all. So I feel like he needed...
I used to like, this is a memory, toy memory, but back in KB Toys, I remember like Super Shredder was so hot. Like I remember kids, I'd be like, oh, who you looking for? And they're like, Super Shredder. I'm like, let me help you find a Super Shredder. Like, and I'd be
Yeah.
like, here you go. Cause like I remember like that was like, dude, adding mutagen to Shredder is like one of the coolest.
And I like
concepts.
the way his armor looked, because you
Oh,
know,
it's so
like the
sick.
spikes was like way
Yeah.
out here, and then you know his headpiece is like it was longer than it
yeah
curved at an
Oh,
angle.
it was so cool.
Played by Kevin Nash in the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh man. And I hope NECA does those. I mean, like they're doing the first movie now, so it only makes sense that once they finally do Shredder, and they still haven't done regular Shredder.
yeah.
Once they do that,
And
then
then
they'll probably
Toka
move
and
on
Razor.
to Turtles too.
I hope they do Toka right, because you know in the classic versions, you know Toka, I think they went by the cartoon version at that time, even though he still was in the movie, but
They made him cartoony. I remember.
yeah, they
I
made him
remember
cartoony. His spikes on his back, they just did not look great. So because they know, his shell, it almost looks like a porcupine because he has like a lot of spikes.
that. Right, he was a snapping turtle. So
Yeah, he was.
had that
Yeah,
more
they got the inspiration from the alligator snapping turtle.
mean creature.
Yeah.
Country
Well,
boy.
well, actually, the regular snapping turtles are more aggressive than the alligator. The alligators, they're more laid back and like to lure their prey and snap them, but
Man knows his turtles.
a little
My
bit.
daughter's all about turtles. We got snapping turtles in the creek down there, and we've rescued one from time to time. So
It's just funny because like when you look at an alligator snapping turtle and then like the regular snapping turtle, the alligator, it looks like fierce. It looks scary looking. You would think that one would be the aggressive one, but it's the regular snapping turtle that's more aggressive. So,
why was Turtle so bad then? Oh, anyway.
but yeah,
And it would be sweet if after this Turtles 2, they make all that. We
Oh.
get some NECA Turtles in Time figures.
Money talks.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that
They
would be
buy
cool.
it. They say, "Hey, maybe we can sell some." I mean, I think NECA is killing it with the Turtles products these days, and I'm pretty sure they have been making their bank off of them. So that's why we're getting the movie figures.
I'm just so happy that we get those when the Turtles figures that we get on a daily basis are a little more cartoony. And...
Yeah, I don't need to worry about that. I'm not worried about those. NECA's doing
What
it for
about
the
this? So NECA has the license to like the way that they do the Turtles is they can only release them during comic book shows,
Really?
like a limited release.
But I mean, they've
Except
been
for the
selling-
18-inch,
Okay.
the 7-inch scale, the licensing issue, they're not allowed to release those
That's disappointing.
Man,
because the license tied up by
Playmates.
yeah. How cool! And they have a similar thing with the 18-inch Marvel figures, right? Like they can make those like the Tom Holland
Oh yeah.
NECA. How cool would it be like if at San Diego Comic-Con NECA could release 6-inch versions of those 18-inch Marvel figures in a similar sort of
I think
exclusive
Hasbro
deal.
would have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Hasbro would come with, y'all messing with my money.
Yeah.
I don't think they would like that at all. They would not like that at all.
That would
I
be
know, I know
sick, though.
Figma's have the license, and of course Figure Arts has the license as well to make those figures, but I think NECA would be just too much.
I was holding back a sneeze there. That's why I was looking so
And
weird.
not to mention that wonderful, amazing Spider-Man from, who's that, the one that we're looking for? Who's making that one that we've been going gaga about, the Peter Parker one that's coming out here?
Oh, Mafex.
Mafex, that's it. We want that. So, might be too many hands in that pot. Anyway.
It's a big pie.
I did have one because I collect a lot of third-party Transformers, like the RC on the table there. But that was a third-party companies know us collectors we gonna buy. Sometimes we shouldn't, but we're going to buy. Like that. That's a $120 figure right there.
RC?
Yeah, the RC is a $120 figure.
wow, that's
It's
the same
expensive.
price I paid for this guy.
A lot of die cast in it, and it's really good quality.
Expensive date.
Well, there's another company out there, X-Transbots. They've been in the third-party game for a while. They have made more affordable products. But here recently, and I have it, it's on the way today, they are making the Combiner Minosaur, the Stunticons. And they've released their first figure from that one. It's Dead End, and it's only $40.
They're called Stunticons?
The Stunticons, yes.
What are these?
These are Decepticon cars that transform into a giant robot.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't you be clowning on my Transformers.
No,
Okay.
I had never heard of it. And
Oh,
my first, I'm like, oh, these are Transformers that
Well,
stunt on
at,
you.
If you look
Like,
at the ones over here on the top shelf, they're about that scale. They're about that size. But for $40, that's more affordable than Hasbro
That's the ones
and
at the-
Takara.
the ones at Target.
They're masterpiece scale figures.
yeah.
Oh,
And they have made a conscious effort. They've reduced the size of the packaging. They're like, we don't need big elaborate packaging. Y'all want the toy. So I got to say, I can't wait to get this first product to see the quality of it. A couple of reviews I've seen, it looks like it's good stuff. I'm willing to, especially if it's going to end with me buying one big combining robot in that scale up there. Yes, I'm in. I'm in all the way. But nice job for third-party companies, once again, saving us a little bit of money in our pocket. So
yeah.
I can't wait to see what it's going to be, and it'll be on the table next time we do the show. So,
Yeah, affordable and high quality. That's a great combination.
no kidding. Especially, like I said, it's cheaper than the Hasbro product and Takara. They probably don't like that.
Uh-oh, some competition about to arise.
We could use that. We could use some lowering of prices across the board on these. So if somebody's willing, maybe some other companies will take notice, like, hey, wait a minute, we can lower our prices too. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Sean, you got another one for me?
We were talking about this earlier. The Mezco pre-orders have been going off the hook. There's the new Logan one they announced. That's like just a regular Logan. Like
looks
tank
good.
top.
Looks good.
Looks good. They've been making a lot of Wolverine figures.
They sell.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, that's happening.
I need to stay away from these Mezcos. Just keep them away from me. It's bad when even my wife, who's like, just kind of like, laughs at my toy collection. When she saw the Blade figure, she's like, "Are you getting that?" I'm like, "Seriously? Do not give me permission." Because I'm all about that Blade figure that they're making. That just looks fantastic. But Mezco, I'm so glad when I went over to your place, because that's the first time I've actually seen one in person. You had the Wolverine. But it was like taken apart, and I was like, "Oh, okay. I don't need to look at that. All the pieces aren't on it."
It was
And
all
then,
tied up and...
and then he posts a picture of it, like he put it back together. I'm like, "Oh, I'm so glad he didn't have that when I walked over there." Just like, I don't want to see how it looks in all of its glory. But damn, another Logan figure. I'm gonna end up getting one of these Logan figures. I just don't know.
I'm gonna have to look at these.
Oh no, you don't. Stay away from them.
They're
They
like
are the
Hot
devil.
Toys, but the scale.
In the 6-inch scale.
Oh yeah, that's
They got-
Stay away from them. It's a trap. It's a trap. I can't do it. I can't
And
do
what
it.
brand you say this is?
It's called Mezco.
Mezco
Mezco.
112. We'll go through a little bit of the. I'll show you a little bit of the website, but stay away from. Stay away from.
All right.
Sean, anything else?
One quick thing. I mean, this is growing. With all the movies coming out, there's been a couple pictures coming out of these, and like I don't know. I don't have the. There's been pictures of celebrities holding their toys,
No.
and I think that's really cool. Like I don't know. They had Gamora and Nebula each holding their toys. No,
Sebastian
it was
Stan.
Mantis and Nebula. Oh, there was one with Sebastian Stan?
Yeah, with holding his one that we don't even have yet. The new Winter Soldier figure from Marvel Legends.
See, I haven't seen that. That's what I was
Oh
wanting.
yeah, he's got the new arm and new head sculpt and
that's
everything.
cool.
Yeah, that's a brand new figure.
No, I've seen the figure, but I haven't
I think we're getting that
seen
in a 2-pack or something, aren't we?
the picture of him holding it. I like,
Yeah.
it's like, I want to say fetish, but not really a fetish, because it's like,
It's not a fetish.
it's like
If you
a
had a-
subgenre of photographs.
No,
Of
that's if you're-
celebrities holding their own figures.
That's just if you're a person. That if there was an action figure version of you, you're gonna.
I'm saying, like, for me.
I need a 6-inch Marvel Legends Jason the X figure. I do.
No.
If anyone wants to make that, go right ahead. I will buy
yeah.
it.
I'm saying, like, that's just become something that I've started wanting. Like, I was like, after I saw them holding their Marvel Legends, like, Mantis and Nebula.
What?
Then they showed Donald Glover and this Han Solo guy holding their figures. And I was like, that's really cool, too.
So if
like,
they
it's
had
like
a-
they're like, during the Ellen interview, like, the Han Solo guy, whatever his name is.
Alden Hydra.
Yeah, he was like playing around with his figure. And I was like, oh, that's so cool.
So let me ask you.
That's
a
like
question.
mainstream acceptance of action figures.
I got one for
Yeah.
both of you then. So if there was a Bobby Ruth figure and a Shantified figure, what accessories will your figure come with, Sean? Bobby, same question.
Come with a masked
Hold on,
head
I-
and an unmasked head.
What mask do you wear? Hold up.
I would have like a hoodie
Well,
version.
that's not a mask.
Well, like,
Hoodie ninja. I'm in disguise.
Well, if that's the case, I don't know. Since I don't have no hair, so it'll probably be like maybe me smiling and then me just.
So you want different expressions. Okay.
Yeah,
so
facial
interchangeable heads. That's a gimme.
Infinity Gauntlet.
You want the Infinity Gauntlet?
I want an Infinity Gauntlet hand.
Okay.
And then I want Machine Man parts, like so I can be Inspector Gadget.
No. You
Oh,
don't-
these are like
This is real
Just
life
of you in
accessories.
real life?
You don't get to like give your, because if that's the case, I could go on all day.
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
real life accessories. This is a real figure of you.
okay.
And then maybe
Cloth hoodie. Okay.
And I'm about to say, yeah, maybe my cell phone.
A cell phone
I was gonna say
accessory.
that like a
Interchangeable hands.
I
Where
think
I'm
I
like,
want a
thumbs
whiskey
up.
bottle. A whiskey bottle and holdable glass. just speaking of accessories, just
no.
Oh, yeah.
this right here, guys.
I would want my action figure to come with little action figures, so that my action
He read
figure
my mind. I was
can
about to
hold
say
the
that.
action figures.
Maybe like the little legend scale Transformers my figure could hold, and it'd be like
Yeah.
the big figures form or whatever.
That's another genre of photograph that I really have been enjoying lately, and that is like people they make photos of the big figures playing with the little figures.
Yes.
And like taking pictures of the figures and posing them.
Yeah, I saw some guy he had done like the like that Optimus Prime I have up there. Like you probably seen the meme where he's like rolling a smaller Optimus Prime across the floor. He's like laying on his stomach and just going like
Yeah. I think that's really
Oh,
cool. Like I
yeah.
love those. Yeah.
So we all need 6-inch action figures of ourselves. I don't want the larger scale. I just want a little 6-inch.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, who's that? That's me.
And, you know, I think it's funny because when you look at like the big figures of like certain different characters, and then like, you know how I collect, you know, my Godzilla, and I have a few big ones, and it's kind of like I don't know why, but like the giant hero figures, they don't really like catch my attention for some reason. But then when I see like a large Godzilla figure, it's like, oh, I want that. Like maybe I don't know, maybe it's just, you know, my taste. I don't know.
You're about to say something. You look like you're about to say something.
This goes back to something earlier, but
What?
But you can go ahead and say.
Neko was talking smack on Twitter about Jurassic Park because you're talking about.
What?
Did you catch this? So that
No, I
when
did
they
not.
revealed the Ninja Turtle figures, one of the comments was somebody goes, "I've been buying exclusively Jurassic Park figures, but I might have to make an exception." And Randy, who runs the NECA Twitter, was like, "I've seen some of those figures. Maybe you should rethink that."
Ooh.
Something like that. It was like, whoa. And I heard people commenting on that, like, says the company that has the figures falling apart before you open them.
Ooh.
I mean, like, when
This
they announced...
is awesome.
Toy
Toy beef. We got toy beef.
Yeah.
Toy beef?
Yeah. I'm like, man, are you guys bitter? 'Cause
Shade?
bitter that you don't have the license? Or what's going on there?
Wow.
Dang.
I need to find this and just like, I'd have been in there egging them all. Also, that would have been where the whiskey bottle comes in. Just gonna watch the rest.
Should I be eating my popcorn?
Well, even before that, they announced the Turtles. I'm like, are the legs going to break off like the 18-inch versions? I found one on sale the other day, a Ninja Turtle 18-inch one. Just the legs floating around in the package. I was like...
That's not cool. Yeah.
Anyway.
We've all had figures of that. Anyway, yeah, we're
Anyway, yeah.
disappointing segment there.
I wanted to mention that.
Wow. I gotta catch a little bit of that heat. I'm gonna get in there and egg them all.
I didn't know it gets that real.
No kidding, right? All right. So we've covered enough of the news. Now let's go ahead and get into one of our favorite segments, and it's the five.
Did
I'm gonna record
I have
that
any
one day.
news?
So,
I think I did have
got
some
my
news.
5 for the week. It's been a little bit changed up because I got a couple items off of it. So I'm gonna run through mine real quick. The Bucky O'Hare figures from Boss Fight Studios. I know I keep saying it.
Oh, you fronting on that.
I keep saying it, and I don't get it. I somehow I want to get them, and then something just catches my eye. But I've got to get some of those. One it's kind of a Grail piece, but because you guys are familiar with the character Omega Supreme from Transformers, 2 companies have made in-scale masterpiece versions of this figure, DX9 and Fans Toys. I'm probably going to get the DX9 version. It's a little bit cheaper, and looking at reviews, it's a little bit better constructed and stands better, but it is an expensive piece. But I don't even know if it's going to fit on that shelf up to the ceiling. So my masterpiece shelf up there, I'm questioning if this figure will touch the ceiling.
Whoa, that's gonna
Yes,
be a big
I'm
figure.
telling you, I'll show you scale pictures of this after the show. But yeah, it's huge. So, the other one, we were talking about Dragon Zords. Solo Chigokin is making a Dragon Zord, and I think it's probably going to replace my Legacy one, like my Legacy Megazord my SOC Megazord replaced the Legacy one. Looks really good, a lot of die-cast metal. What?
Did you see the Soul Chijokin Chogokin.
Chogokin.
That one of the Hulkbuster?
Yes.
That's expensive.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
You saw that. You see it?
$500.
I haven't seen it. But 500. Ooh.
It's like this big?
No, it's big. It's big.
Wait till-
I don't know what scale it's in because we haven't seen any comparison. But
Oh, I thought it was in scale with the, like...
I don't know, but it's
Big
a
arts.
massive amount of die cast on there and like automotive paint. So I don't know. The other one I'm looking at, and we were talking about figures that we pass up and everything, but they're making these small scale Megazords. They're on sprues, the little model kits, and I bought one and I really liked it. And I've kind of seen that they have them on Amazon. They have the Dragon Zord, Titanus, and the Megazord from the original Power Ranger series. And now they just announced they're doing like a Falcon Zord, a Ninja Megazord, and a Shogun Megazord. So I might have to get some of those. They're not that expensive. Well, they kind of are now because people like them all of a sudden. But I kind of want to get some of those. I like building things. I like building model kits to turn into action figures. Like I like Gundam and stuff like that. So I might have to get one of those before, once again, they just go away and I never see them again. And last but not least, this is a figure that's been out a while. And I like things from Japan. I like Kamen Rider. I like Super Sentai. They made a Kamen Rider 1 figure. The original Kamen Rider. The first one in this figure arts line called Senkochu Seiho. It's like high quality paint, detail, and posability. And it's the original Kamen Rider. I feel like I'm obligated to own this figure. So that's on my list to buy. I was going to get it this week, but instead I bought my wife a new phone. So, you know, want to do something. Got to keep her happy too. But that's my 5 for the week. I think it's a good list. And
I missed that. What were we talking about? Your wife? You gotta...
I bought her a new phone.
Oh, I thought you were saying... she said you couldn't
I'm buying her a Kamen Rider
You
figure?
couldn't get the figure, yeah.
No. I would say something, but she might actually watch this on YouTube, so I won't say anything. Because I love my wife. She's very sweet. I say things when she's not around, but I ain't going to say it and put it on YouTube. I'm not stupid. I don't want to be sitting in bed one night and so what did you say about me on your show? Ah! Anyway, Sean, what have you got for your 5 this week, bud?
All right. First, you're going to eat your words soon. Comic-Con's coming up. They're going to announce Snake Mountain. I know this through sources.
It ain't Comic-Con yet,
It's
homie.
going to happen. I got my money saved up. I just got to press a button. As soon as they tell me where to give the money, I'm going to give them the money. Snake Mountain's going to happen.
It's not allowed on the show. There. You cannot bring it on the show. There. I've set a rule.
You're gonna do that, huh?
I don't, like I set a rule. Like I have any authority to do that.
We're gonna have Castle Grayskull right here. We're gonna have Snake Mountain right here. Have all my figures right there. It's gonna be sick.
You're setting that up. You better not. You won't bring that over here. That's a lot to me. Anyway.
All right.
So that's your number
that's
one.
one.
That's always, since the incarnation of the show.
That's pretty much the one constant. And then the Ninja Turtles NECA figures.
I want
Need
those
those.
too now.
Those were my favorite
I think
figures
we
as
all
a
need
kid.
that. That's our list.
Yeah.
Because you could pop the arms off and on.
Wow.
It goes back. That goes back a long time. My wanting to switch up the figures. So yeah, those the NECA Ninja Turtles, and then this has been on my list for a while. But figures of the Bullet Club.
They have pops.
Yeah, I mean,
You don't care about figures.
I'm gonna get the pops.
Really?
I mean, like, I'm not a big
It's the
pop
closest
guy.
you can get, but
I'll get them, but
I had to stop myself from being a pop guy because I knew I was going to go crazy with them. But every once in a while, you'll see that one that you want. Just like,
I got a couple. Like I have an Ichigo from Bleach, and I have a Jin from Tekken.
okay.
And
I think the recent pop I've gotten was, Thanos sitting on top of his throne.
you got that.
Yeah, I didn't even know they had that. When I looked at them, like, they got one of him on his
See
throne?
that.
I stay
Yeah.
away from the Marvel ones because they don't have the license to do without bobbleheads.
Oh.
Because the Mighty Mugs, Hasbro has.
Oh
the
yeah,
license.
that is very close to what they.
So
do.
all the Marvel ones are bobbleheads as opposed to, because I really like the way that the regular Funkos swivel. But
yeah.
that's cool, still cool.
Yeah, and it's a Hot Topic exclusive. So, but still, like I said, I didn't even know they came out with that one. So when I grabbed it, I immediately ordered it.
Definitely a big fan thing on that one. Sean, what else you got for your 5?
All right. Fig Arts Broly
Now, definitely.
from that con.
Once again on everybody's
Looking
list,
forward to
all of a
that.
sudden.
Yeah.
And then I did have Psylocke on this list as my last one, but I'm crossing that out.
What?
and I have another figure
Oh, that's right. You
that I
picked
want.
Legends now.
I still want that Psylocke, but in honor of the release of the new Kanye West album this week, I would like a Kanye West figure. I would like figures of each of the different iterations of Kanye throughout his album career. We have College Dropout Kanye. We can have Life of Pablo Kanye. We can have Taylor Swift interrupting Kanye. I think that would be great. I think Figure Arts should get on that.
We were having a meeting at the Black Council that we have, and Kanye's name was brought up, so we might have to. I didn't see you at that one, so we'll bring it up later. Anyway, Bobby, as our guest on the show, have you got a 5 for us, man?
As a matter of fact, I do. Since I've been, on my X Plus figure line, my top 5 are the 1995 30 centimeter Burning Godzilla.
That picture, you showed us a picture of that one before the show.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he looks amazing. At first, I wasn't going to get him, but when I got the Destroyer, I was like, well, he needs to have Godzilla with him since they're from the same.
Clearly, I need this to go along with this other one I have.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that one, and then I also wanted to get the 1954 30 centimeter Train Biter Godzilla. So that's like one of the classic ones. And I like the detail. And that was another one that I didn't want to get at first, but when I was at Dallas Vintage and they had some up for sale, and they had it up for display, I'm like, wow, the detail on it was amazing. So it kind of like changed my mind. So now I want it.
Saw it in person. That happens.
Yeah, it always happens. Same thing with this guy right here.
It's just a fantastic piece.
And for my third one, it's going to be the 2016, the 25 centimeter Shin Godzilla in the second form.
That figure looks sick.
Oh man,
I
yes.
have to ask you, have you gotten any of the NECA Godzilla figures? It's like 6-inch Godzillas, because there's like a lot of them. There's like translucent ones.
I used to. I had the 2014 one and the Shin Godzilla, but then I had gave them away to my ex-girlfriend's son for Christmas because he got into Godzilla, so I let him have those.
That's good, man.
But I replaced those with the Monster
Monster
Arts,
quality one.
Monster Arts 2014 Godzilla with the Flaming Breath accessory, and then also have the Monster Arts Awakened Shin Godzilla with the beam. So
I do that for old Megazords of mine too. I give them to my daughter. Like if I get a new better one, I just give the old one to my daughter.
Yeah,
she don't care.
So that's exactly what I did. And my fourth would be the 30 centimeter Shin Godzilla in its third form. That one.
The one with the open jaw, was that the one with the beam effect? The spikes are glowing. Or was that the second one?
The second one. The second form is when he doesn't have any arms. He's like crawling around.
That's right. Oh, okay.
And then the third form is when he actually stands up, but his hands are still like very
I was
small.
backwards on mine. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the and that's the 30 centimeter for that version. And then for my final one is the 2016 47 centimeter Shin Godzilla
47.
Awakened fourth form, and it's the gigantic series.
That's the one. Ooh.
That's and it's so expensive. That's why I don't plan on getting it anytime soon.
How much does that one run? What's expensive? Let me hear this.
When it was out for sale, it ran about, I think, around 700 or 800.
Ooh.
But now it's probably more than that. Since some people are selling them to up to 1,000. So that's why I say it's gonna be like later on down the line when I got my money right, I'll probably get one, but not right now.
No, my money's got to be really right for that.
Yeah, my money got to be really right for that one, but I really want that.
Yeah, that's the most wonderful time of the year.
And like all three of those forms, they scale like nicely with each other. That's why they had them in different sizes, like the 25 centimeter,
right.
30 centimeter, and the 47. And boy, I've seen some pictures online. He is huge.
And I know everybody else has seen the pictures that we've intercut in here, and wow, just the size and detail on them, though. It makes you go, yeah, I see what I'm paying for. So, okay.
And I forgot to add my news from the week.
What did you have for news this week? I'm sorry.
Well, for all my Gorillaz fans out there, I'm sure you probably know.
Yeah.
They have a new band member, Ace from the Powerpuff Girls. From the Gang Green Gang. The leader of the Gang Green Gang is officially a member of the Gorillaz band.
And why is he a member of the band? Because this gets even better.
Because he has to replace Murdoch, because apparently a Murdoch is in prison.
What the hell?
So he's taking his spot. I don't know for how long, but you know,
I
he's
was
taking
reading
his
this
spot.
like, am I reading this correctly? The Powerpuff Girls has crossed over with the Gorillas. What world am I living in here, anyway?
Unexpected, but a great cross up when you think about
And
it.
what, friggin' Murdoch's doing a dime in prison. What the hell?
I don't know what he in prison for, but I would like to know.
These
When was the
fiction-
last time they released those Gorillaz figures?
I
'Cause
don't
that was
know.
like a point in time where that was like a big thing.
I don't know. Continue with your news, and I will find that to add.
And for other news, since you know you like Shin Godzilla just like I do, Toho is going to cancel the Shin Godzilla sequel, and instead they're going to do a cinematic universe for Godzilla.
What?
That's the same thing I said.
They're gonna cancel the Shin Godzilla sequel?
Yeah.
What? So they're gonna make a cinematic universe. So they're gonna move more towards a Final Wars type universe,
Sort of, but
We're
I
gonna
guess
get-
a little different.
like Shin Ghidorah or.
Oh, those are made by Kid Robot.
Oh, that makes sense. Dude, Kid Robot has been trash since NECA bought them.
Yeah,
They're like not focusing on the artists as much anymore.
that's a shame.
It's all licenses. I don't know.
Wow. Just,
I used to love Kid Robot.
I know you did. I know, buddy.
I used to love Kid Robot.
So
Bobby,
Shin
what
Godzilla's
else do
been
you
dropped.
have for this week?
Well, yeah, that was it, because, you know,
Oh, you just have those two?
yeah, those are the only two that stood out to me, especially that Shin Godzilla sequel, because I was looking forward to that, especially the
I was too.
way the first one ended, you know, with the, spoiler alert, the tail,
And he's still there. They just froze him right there.
and then you see the little humanoids crawling out of his
Woo!
tail. I was like, I wanted,
Those things creep me out.
yeah, I was like, man, what's going to happen next? And now they cancel it. But, you know,
Was it just not as well received or something?
I thought it was really well received. I thought
I mean,
I thought it
liked
was too.
It was still Godzilla, but it felt with a new shine of paint on it. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe a lot of people didn't like it because, you know, there was like a lot of talking in the movie, but, you know, diehard Godzilla fans are going to love it. I know I loved it.
Yeah, I felt like I'm watching an older school Godzilla, but you know, as far as like the setup and how the movie was going.
So
I just-
so the sequel, I mean, it kind of did disappoint me that they decided to just drop it completely. But then at the same time, I wonder how the Monster Universe is going to look since they're, you know, doing their own. So
well, I mean, we're gonna give it. We're gonna watch it anyway. So
yeah, we're gonna watch it anyways.
I have some news as well. One last news item. Unfortunately for you, though,
oh really?
it's bad news.
Uh-oh.
This figure that you bought, this Ember Moon,
Yes.
did you realize that her right hand has sculpted on there the bandages, but they're not painted? So I hate to ruin the figure for you, but I noticed that.
I can fix that.
Okay.
Not worry
See,
about
look.
that. I can fix
Oh,
that.
what?
Sculpted on there, but it's not painted. I just noticed that.
I'll fix it. I can do that.
Oh,
Please.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Nothing
See,
for me.
See, I
can
know.
fix it.
anyway, it's a cool figure though. I like it.
I probably wouldn't even notice that because I know like when a lot of like high quality figures come out, some people they'll complain about, oh, the paint is wrong or this and that. See, I don't really like pay attention to that much in the detail about
We
it.
do.
But
I do want my figure to be like paint.
We get out the
accurate, come out.
magnifying glass.
Not as bad as this guy, but there was one last thing I want to cover because we did know that Hasbro has taken over the Power Rangers line from Bandai. They're shutting down as of July 2nd. But Hasbro did announce they're going to do more Power Ranger movies. Well, that means we're going to get more Power Ranger toys. So, just throwing it out there. Nothing's seen yet. They've hired on a couple people from Bandai to bring them over as consultants when they bring on the new line, which is good. They won't just be shooting on their own. They actually get some people that have had some love and time in the product for a while. I admire them for doing it. I know they weren't going to bring all of them over, but they did hand out quite a few jobs. And
I'm excited to what they can offer and bring and reinvigorate the franchise.
we have seen Hasbro offer things for older collectors and younger collectors. So I think the line is in good hands. And honestly, I do want 6-inch scale Power Rangers because now, you know, my Marvel Legends can team up with the Power Rangers, and so can my Star Wars figures. It's a good time. I do think they're getting a bit powerful. They have a lot of lines under the belt right now. But
Some that they can't even nurture. I mean, Oh yeah. Oh, you're gonna
we go.
what? You're gonna act like they shouldn't be making. I mean, like they're not. I can't even say this. Where are the GI Joe figures? They got the GI Joe license, and
As
we get
a
no.
fan of GI Joe.
We gotta buy Feudal Legends figures and customize these in order to get a Snake Eyes.
Dude, the 375 scale had a great run. I got a lot of figures from there. I know they're in that closet over there, but not everything. Just stop.
At least
okay?
give the license to Mezco.
Look, just stop. They're not going to give a license to
Mezco,
Mezco.
G.I.
They
Joe.
don't need to make 6-inch GI Joe figures because I don't need something else to buy.
You do.
Okay?
You do. I need a Destro. I need a real good Destro.
Please, Hasbro. Look, I love you guys. Don't make 6-inch GI Joe figures.
Do it.
Don't
Do it.
Don't.
With vehicles.
With vehicles.
Don't do it, please. I can't take any more. It's anyway.
No, why
Stop.
gonna be screaming?
Yeah. It's like I need to be doing a better job. So I'm just. I need
Maybe
some-
we got Comic-Con and Toy Fair coming up. Maybe we'll,
I do think there is going to come a point that Hasbro will revitalize the GI Joe line, but I think we need a catalyst going into it. We're going to need a new cartoon. We're going to need a new movie. We're going to need something for them to.
What happened with the movie? I think the movies dropped off when The Rock left the
There's
franchise.
no, they're rebranding. They're doing that Hasbro Studios thing. They're going. It's probably going to be a lot of success with the. If they do the Power Rangers movie and they're rebooting Transformers and everything, I think it's only a matter of time before we see GI Joe make a revitalization. That.
needs
GI
to happen.
Joe has come like that. They come back, then they drop off for a while, then they come back, then they drop off for a while. That's just the way it is.
I still haven't even seen the second one. I only seen the first one.
Oh, the second one was better than the first one, I think. Because
The second one was so stupid.
it was more.
At the beginning of the movie, they're like killing all the GI Joes.
Yeah.
I don't support that.
I didn't like that
You
part
kill
either.
Duke
I-
at the
I don't think
beginning,
any
like
of them-
he's
I
just
don't think
some
any of them are perfect.
random character you can just kill.
I
Channing Tatum. Get out of here.
I want to dislike that guy so much.
You don't like him?
I want to dislike that guy so
Oh.
much.
He's so nice.
And then he does nice things, and I'm like when they were at SDCC and they had all the Marvel people up on stage, and Stan Lee was trying to get off the stage, and nobody was helping him. Channing Tatum broke ranks to move people out of the way and help Stan off the stage. And I'm like, everybody else sitting there soaking in the adulation except for him. I'm like, God damn, I want to dislike him, but I can't. I just can't. And then he did the lip sync battle, and I was like, I can't dislike this man. Much as my heart wants to hate him, I can't.
He wants to hate.
Anyway, okay, let's start to close out the show. We do want to do our turn notifications on toy photographers out there that we follow on social media accounts. Guys put a lot of effort, and some that just have a love of toys. Kind of like what this guy is on the show this week. Love of toys. Mine is going to be Rye Collections 1799. You can check out the on screen where his the proper spelling of his social media name on Instagram. The guy does a lot of just great photography. I like following him and giving him a like every now and then. So shout out to you, buddy. Good work, Sean. Who have you got for us this week?
I got this week at Toy Shiz.
At Toy
TOYSHIZ. Came across this account when the X-Men wave first popped up in Canada.
Oh,
And they were reporting on it and sharing news. It is more of a news site. It's kind of he collects all the news from everywhere it's going on and kind of will post the news. He'll share the DCPIs. He'll kind of do his commentary sometimes. But if you don't have time to follow all the different accounts and stuff to kind of gather news for yourself, he does a good job putting it all in one place.
cool. Bob, who
I don't
do you
have
follow?
a toy photographer.
You don't follow anybody on Instagram and stuff that takes pictures of things? Just ooh,
Well,
besides me.
I mean, there are a few people who take pictures, but I never actually just met an actual toy photographer. Just people they'll just take random pictures of their figures. I've seen that,
Oh, okay.
so y'all probably gonna have to include me in on some of these.
We're gonna have to show you some of ours and everything. But yeah, just people out there that have a love of toys, and hey, that's why we're here doing this show. So anyway, I think that's about it. We've covered everything. Sean, I'm glad to have you back, brother. Even though we hang out outside the show, we're gonna go do a little. Y'all up for a little bit of toy hunting today, maybe?
Are we still going to the toy show?
Well, he didn't want to go to the toy show this week, and I was kind of okay. I do want to visit some of our local shops around the area, and I do plan to get some more of the Infinity War wave. So maybe we'll do a little bit of toy hunting, toy bonding, if you would, if we're up for that. But that's our time, and we'll shoot a little video of that. But guys, thank you for joining us this week for Alternate Heads. I want to thank Bobby Roode for coming on the show. Make sure that you are following him on his cosplay page. You want to tell him who that is? I'm actually going to put an image
B
of
Ruth
it.
Cosplay.
That's how I met the man. He was doing cosplay, and I was like, "Ooh, the man likes toys too." Gonna be a good person to drag on this show that we do here. So go follow him, give him a like. He does some awesome cosplay. Something that's been getting really talked about lately. Good job, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Sean, where can they find you, man?
Shantified, SEANTIF,
On Instagram
ID.
and Twitter.
Instagram and Twitter.
Do they want to follow you Snapchat? Do they want to follow you on Reddit? I say go follow him on Reddit.
Don't follow me on Reddit. Don't look at that.
Uh-oh.
That's Reddit.
I was voicing my Marvel Legends frustrations there the other day. I like all the on Reddit. Whenever I share my photos,
Just like stirring
the comments are always
Just
like
like stirring a pot.
comments are always like, "What? What is this? What am I looking at? I'm confused."
And guys, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JasonTheX. Sure, they'll give me a like and everything. But like I said, thanks to our guest this week, Bobby. You're gonna come back and join us, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Sean, glad to do the show again, buddy. Good to have you around.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of us we hang out and stuff. Don't get me wrong. We don't just like come over and do the show. I try to make the point of like hang out every now and then. But now, enough of this. Let's get on to some toy hunting, guys. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. Check out this video. You can always catch us on iTunes and Google Play if you want the just audio version of the podcast. But hey, we like you to watch the video too. Guys, for everybody at the table, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.